Greetings, Gronk the Gore-May here. This is a series where Gronk fixes D&D Cookbook. Is very broken. You come and watch more videos like this. Ah! Okay. Today, Gronk fixed pan-fried knucklehead trout in D&D Cookbook. It's okay dish, but like all dishes in the Wizards Along the Coast cookbook, Gronk think or can do it just as good, if not better. Let's get cooking. First, we do preparation. We take spicy roots. Book says mellow spicy roots, but Gronk do strong, hearty spicy roots because orc. Need to sharpen knife. Tasty weed. Make sure tasty weed is washed. Sometimes can get sandy. Then you chop. Doesn't have to be pretty. Orc like it rough. Take yellow sour fruit, cut in half. And that is all you need to do with it right now. Save that for later. One of Gronk's favorite ingredients, smoked hobbit belly. If you not have hobbit belly, you can use just bacon. Hobbit belly is best. Gronk really needs a sharpened knife. Book recipe doesn't even ask for hobbit belly, not even bacon. Silly Wizards Along the Coast. Take pieces of fish, put a little bit of tasty sand on it. Not a lot, just a little bit. Supposed to use fish called trout. Definitely don't use fish called salmon. People would complain and they would know instantly that the difference. Next part, in cold pan, you put in hobbit belly. Make sure pan is cold. Reason we're doing hobbit belly is so we can melt all that fat and use that to cook stuff in. By starting with cold pan, you get more fat melted before the meat burns. And then you just put on medium, maybe medium low heat if you have a lot of time. And let hobbit belly cook. Every once in a while you poke around, moving the hobbit belly around so it don't burn. Oh, Gronk know you can't smell, but trust, Gronk love the smell of smoked hobbit belly. Safety tip, never cook with your face so close to hot bubbling oil. You could get out. You could get hurt. When hobbit belly is cooked, you go ahead and remove the hobbit belly, but leave all the fat in there. Careful not to hurt yourself. This fat's very hot and will burn you. Okay, now we turn this off because Gronk forgot to prep one other thing that has to do. Take this to the side, but save fat. In bowl with ground up grass dust, tasty sand, a bunch of it. You put crushed up spicy blackberry, a bunch of it. Now book says put in red stuff that ain't so spicy. Gronk say put in red stuff that is spicy, and a little bit more than what book says too. And then you go ahead and stir that up. Spread that out on the plate. Get pieces of fish, put in one side, other side. Make sure everything is coated. Shake off extra, put on different plate. And do it with each piece of fish you have. Important part about fish, get fish with skin still on. Skin is delicious and healthy for you. But make sure there are no scales. Those are hard to eat. Now back to cooking part, be careful. That is still very hot. Put on medium high heat. Take fish, skin side pointing up. And then you gently lay it down away from you, so not splash in face. If it doesn't bubble at least a little bit, the fat is not hot enough. Next piece, the same. You cook like this 2-3 minutes. Then carefully, very carefully, you want to flip again, so if it splashes away from you. Whew. All those little brown pieces taste amazing. Like I said, 2-3 minutes on either side. These are a little thick, so closer to 3 than not. If you only do 3 minutes on one side, do it on the skin side so it gets crispy. When it's done, it should feel a little burn. But don't do this is dangerous. Gronk is professional. Gently take out. Put on plate that is safe for a box of keeping things hot. And then just do the same with every piece the fish you have until done. Now for sauce, we take still same fat on medium heat, no higher than medium heat. Put spicy roots and cook like this for like maybe 3 minutes, just until they start to soften up a little bit. Then put hobbit belly back in and squeeze all the juice from the yellow sour fruits and turn off. Don't forget turn off. This is not the fat. Maybe use a little more. Maybe use a second half. Ground up black spicy berry. Little bit of tasty sand. Not a lot. There's a lot of tasty sand in the hobbit belly. Mix around a little bit. Add some tasty weeds. Taste, make sure seasoning is good. Gronk is right. Needs more juice from sour yellow fruit. Okay, now we put on plate. Okay, piece of fish. Maybe Gronk want another piece of fish because hungry. Little bit of this stuff here. Not a lot. It doesn't need a lot. Little bit. Like that is more than enough. Maybe too much. I think it could be a little spicier, so put on a little bit of flake from spicy red fruit. Not a lot, just a little bit. Also, I think make it look pretty. Little bit of extra juice from yellow sour fruits is done. So that food, when it is done, you put maybe some smashed roots or maybe the beans that are green and long would go good with this, with a little bit of spicy root and some melted solid cow juice. Oh, that would be really good. As dish by itself, this is what it is. I'm going to break off a piece. If you're human, you might want to use fork and knife for this, but Gronk, just tear into it. It's nice and juicy. Cooked a little much, but still, Gronk think it's going to be tasty. Gronk love. Hobbit belly and the spicy root are good on that. Little bit of yellow sour fruit. The juice from that is really good. And in truth, version that Wizards from the Coasts have is pretty good too. I mean, for Wizards from the Coast, it's pretty good. But this is way Gronk do. Mostly same, little bit different. Little bit of blood wine. So you will see it's very easy to make. And if you do version and book, actually kind of healthy for you. This one not so healthy because Hobbit belly is not necessarily the best thing to have. So you try at home. You want to do the not good version, you use the book. You want to do the good version, you use the book and watch video. Then you know those ways to do it. Until next time, eat like Gore. Ah! I think a little bit of the dried spicy red fruit was a really good idea. Just enough spiciness. Gronk out the blood wine again. Why always out the blood wine? More blood wine!